All right, sixth grade, this is your art video for today. First thing that you're going to do is you look at the procedure. It says, hold the viewfinder either side horizontal so that it frames a desk or table in your room. So you can find a desk or table, but I like looking at this one because this gives you a good idea when you're doing that. You're framing it, in other words, you're trying to fit it just perfectly inside this. And you'll notice that if you line up the different parts of the desk, especially if you're right on the top of it, you can focus down to certain things. You can move your eyes, you can get the whole thing, you can get a smaller part, but you see how the lines are straight and everything. That's what they're trying to get you to focus on to see, because when you're actually drawing the desk, you actually need that to do it. Now, having a ruler is helpful for you to do this project. Again, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Straight edges are not a problem to use for this particular thing. So after you, it says, does desk have square or rectangular shape? Well, parts of it are square, parts of it are rectangular, and then you have some other ones that are kind of at a 3D angle. And so what you're going to do is, first it says to draw the yellow lines. Lay viewfinder on the page so that you see yellow rectangle on front of desk. So you see that? It fits right on that yellow rectangle. Okay? Now it says, do you see the part of the line missing at the lower edge? All right, so you see that dotted line right here? That's what they're talking about. All right, so it says, lightly sketch a rectangle to match the yellow rectangle. And so we'll sketch it. We'll do it without use of that. And I'm going to try to make it, and I'll use my viewfinder to make sure I have the right distance here. So I'm going to see. That looks like it's about right. And so then I'm going to come down at a 90-degree angle. And let's see if I'm right on that. All right, so that's a little bit. You can see that I've gone a little bit past. So right here is where it's going to go under. All right, so now about in this one, if you look, it's about halfway where that blue line is. So I'll use that to kind of give an eye as to where that blue line is. And so I'm going to do this straight down from the middle. It's about where this mark is here. All right, I'm going to do that rectangle. Now that blue line actually was the next thing, so it says to draw that blue line. That's part 2. All right, then the third part, it says green lines, long guide lines, and so you can see here where the guidelines are. You see where that yellow is. The guideline, the green is on that line right here. Okay, and so I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to look where that line is. I'm going to remember where that is because I have that plastic thing there. I can't just draw it. And I'm going to go across as best I can. Try to keep it as straight as possible. All right. Don't have my eraser here. Let's do that. I'm going to straighten this up just a little bit here, I think. I have a good idea as to how straight it is. Straight as possible. All right, bye. See you later. And that was Matthew. See you later, Matthew. And so the next thing is, so the green line was next. All right, got that. Now the next part is the red lines. And it says use the guidelines to draw the desk drawer too. So you see this where I am. The desk drawer would be right here on this side. So I'm going to go right halfway between. All right, got that part written so far. Then it says to lay viewfinder vertically on the desk to help determine distance between the lines. And so for the red lines. And so your red lines, that's going to be the little bit more difficult. So vertically on the desk, I'm going to see that. Let's see if we can mark where it is. All right, so you see between the blue line and there's where the red top is. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to see that my red top is about right here. All right, and so I'm going to then draw an angle about like that till it reaches where that line is. All right, but I've got to draw an angle that's the same here. And then I'm going to use sketch across the top of the desk. And then the right side, I'm going to go down. Now you notice that this comes about where this other leg is here. So that's going to be down the middle, and so I'm using these as sort of measuring tools. Okay, So I see that. Let's look at this. So if I look at this and I know that this is where the right side is, that's kind of where my red line is as well. Although the inside is actually where the yellow line is, so I'm going to make this a little bit past it. And in fact, let's. I'm going to move this line out a little bit because it was a little bit past where it is. And so that's going to be my red line coming down here. Now that goes past, it goes to the edge, right? And the corner, if you notice that on a rectangular corner of a desk, it actually has some rectangular part to it. All right, now you notice that this red line, this corner here, starts at about where that yellow is. So where this drawer is where I'm going to start angling it. And I want to make it the same angle as the other one, about the same distance across. And this is my far side. And this one is about halfway where the drawer is, so it's going to end about right here. Erase that part on the bottom. Might not have gone down far enough. I'll just go down a little bit. And I've got my other drawer. The line there goes through both of them. And I'm going to go out a little bit, I think, on this. So now I've got that inside, that's my inside of my leg on that side. All right, now the red line's on the other side. So this is the corner, comes down here to the bottom. It's going to be even with that other leg, so I'm going to go down even where that other leg is. Then about 2/3 of the way over, I'm going to put my center line down there, because remember your leg has 3 sides to it. But let me finish this part first. Straight across, then an angle, then up. And on that angle where it meets, you're going to do a kind of a solid line there, because that's where the leg is, and that kind of goes up to where the drawers are, because it's part of the drawer. And so you see that in that drawer, the drawers actually sit under the desk itself. And so now I've got my desk pretty well set. I'm going to get that back leg in there. That's going to end at about here, so it's going to be the same. And so I'm going to put my angle, my leg coming up all the way to the top of that. All right, so I see my back leg there. Probably a little bit too thick, so I'll thin it out a little bit. Alright, so we've got those 3, and now what I need to do is I need to do the drawers. And so I'm going to, you notice how it sort of angles to the right and then it has a curve. So this is sort of freehand. I'm going to try to center it as much as possible. And you see how it makes a round part and it's connected. So it stays like that. It's not too bad of a drawer handle. There. And do the same thing on this side. And for this drawer, similar thing. And the same thing over here for this drawer on the left side. Alright, so there you go. Simple sketch of the desk. And use this, and we can look and see that you're going to have similar things that you're seeing on the picture in there. And so that is it. That is your art assignment. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.